Way ah, way ah, yeah, oh, way ah.
There was a time when the horses were allowed to be rounded up and taken by anybody from the outside. So some of the horses were taken away, and a lot of them were killed or just slaughtered. It wasn't uncommon for families to find their horses had been killed. There's a word that we use, which is Keyam, which means it's all right. When something has happened, a loss has been made, somebody's lost a job, or somebody's been ripped off, or just different things, and people say Keyam, and it's not right.
I think one of the biggest injustices too was what happened in residential schools. Like, people were expected, well, it's not what they were expected to do, it's what was the goal of taking like Indian kids to residential school, was to strip them completely of their identity as Indian people. And well, in that way, like, they were basically taught to be ashamed of
for a Native person to be able to go to war or to go to fight for his country. First of all, if you were a treaty, you weren't considered human or person within the law or the context of today's laws. So you had to turn around and give up your Aboriginal rights or your treaty rights in order to be able to qualify to join the Canadian Army. So it's a huge, huge price to turn around and go and fight for your country. That's basically, you gave up all your treaty rights or all your rights home for the following generations after. Family, heritage, back is basically weren't even recognized by your own country for what you've done, culture, everything.
There's a side road that was built, and the reason why it was built was that people we'd be able to see if somebody was coming into the area first before they seen us. That's the reason why the first road was built, so that people wouldn't be surprised. There always seemed to be a fear of the white people and stuff. So it's been there for many years. They're very shy. Like, if you came and tried to visit and they didn't recognize you, they'd hide. He was running to hide. Even though it was in the house, he was running to hide. I've also seen some of the horses in the elephant tree. You've seen it. And they're black, browns, and beige. So,
that were here first.
Yeah, they're very wild. So there are still some surviving. Those would be our family sources.
George Mann is a treaty Indian. The Department of Veterans Affairs said he wasn't eligible for normal veterans benefits, insurance, business and professional loans, Veterans Lands Act.
And also forgive you for making this illegal for us to be able to defend our children.
Back home, he found his treaty benefits had disappeared. The Indian agent, Ottawa's administrative representative, said Mann lost his treaty status by being in the army. That was because he had acquired the right to vote by defending his country.
You know, for me, I think, like, in regards to the stuff coming out of residential schools, you know, is for that issue to be addressed. Like, it's, yes, turn around and deal with the issue of it, but, like, there's probably third, maybe fourth generations that are still bearing, you know, the weight of the abuse that happened 4 generations back. You know, and now turn around and try and stand up underneath that. You know, through all the guilt and the shame, you know, the grief, everything else is just like, you know, it's bad enough we have to try and bear our own burdens, let alone that of 4 or 5 generations.